Happy blissful day to you, and in today's video I want to share with you how to break the habit of being yourself, especially if yourself is not serving you, right? So I want to ask you right now, is your current self serving you or controlling you? And one of my favorite books is by Dr. Joe Dispenza, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I just love how, he breaks everything down and also using science just to show us how we can do it ourselves. And I just want to share with you, my experience of myself that used to control me. I remember, thank God I'm not doing it now anymore, but I remember the first thing I'll do when I wake up is check my phone, go on social media, check what's happening, on Twitter, YouTube, especially just scrolling, checking, are there any new videos and stuff. I would actually do that the first thing I wake up. And that would always affect how I was feeling. And what I realized was it actually set the tone for my day. It literally set the tone for my day. And especially if I see something that was just so unpleasant, maybe, because there's a lot of stuff happening. There's always stuff happening in the world, always, so that's why for me, I used to be so invested in the alternative news. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening? And I actually just realized that there's always something happening. It never ends. And I was like, you know what? I have to start breaking the habit of being myself. So the first thing I would do when I wake up is check my phone, social media, emails, text, right? And afterwards I'd get out and then go to our nearest coffee shop, get my fix, get my caffeine in. I'll then feel good and then start my day, right? So when I started learning about myself and I said, hey, Gabriel, is your current self actually serving you or controlling you? And I realized that it was actually controlling me because even though I didn't want coffee or caffeine, my body would tell me that, hey, I don't care what you say. You're going to go get your fix. You're going to get your fix because you're addicted. Now, addiction is something that you do that you're not supposed to do. But your body is now become the unconscious mind. So your body is now in control. If your body tells you, hey, I need a beer, I need a cigarette, for a fact you don't have a say. Your body is the boss. Your body makes the decisions. So in order for you to break any addiction or habit, you have to break the habit of being yourself. You have to break the habit of being yourself. So you have to ask yourself right now, okay, who are you? And who do you believe to be true about yourself? How are you currently thinking, feeling, and acting? What triggers you? What triggers you? And also, what are the energy draining situations that you experience on a daily basis? So, for example, energy draining situations might be like, when you worry about clients or money, and when you think about it, it just really triggers you and you're like, not again. And it literally affects you because whenever it comes up and you think about it, you feel so heavy. You feel so heavy and you're like, And so you have to ask yourself, what are those things? So just pause the video and then just ask yourself, how are you currently thinking? How are you currently feeling? How are you currently acting? What triggers you? and what are the energy draining situations that you experience on a daily basis, right? Okay, so once you've written down who you are, who yourself is at the moment, you're going to have so much clarity, even though it's not desirable, but you're going to have clarity because you're now going to become aware, oh, that's the my current self, and it's not freaking serving me, it's controlling me. That's why I'm acting the way I'm acting. That's why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. That's why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking. So I have to break the habit of being myself. So now, check this out. When you are clear in who you are, now you have to ask yourself, okay, who would you like to be? So if it was up to you, and if you could think, feel, and act anyway, and there's no chance of you actually failing, how would you think? How would you feel? How you act? So now press pause and write it down. How would you think, feel, and act? Write it down. Okay? And so what I want to do now is I want to show you how you break the habit of being yourself. And how you do that is by, you can do a lot of things, but for me, what I've used was meditation. Because meditation, as Dr. Joe, mentioned in the book, that meditation is basically becoming familiar with. It's the practice of becoming familiar with your new self. So whenever you actually close your eyes, you meditate, you visualize, your body and your subconscious mind does not know the difference. It actually thinks as though you are actually experiencing your new self. So that's the cool thing about meditation. And what I'm going to do is I want to actually do it with you now so that you can have an experience of what I'm talking about. So what I want you to do is I just want you to close your eyes for a second. Okay, yeah, close your eyes. And now I just want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath in. And just slowly out. Okay, now I just want you to imagine that you are now your 2.0 version self, right? So you now have manifested your desires. You are now the person who has your desire. Now I want you to imagine, how are you thinking? How are you feeling? How are you acting? And how are you now relating to other people? And I want you to imagine, how are you now starting your day? And also enjoying your day, ending your day. How does that look for you now? And overall, now that you are the person who has your desires, how are you feeling? What is the overall sensation? Okay, now you can open your eyes. Okay, and how was that? Let me know in the comments below, how was that experience? Now check this out. When you do this every day, you are rewiring your neural pathways. In other words, you are now breaking the habit of being yourself, and you now creating new neural pathways, which is now creating a new habit of being your new self. So all you need to do is just practice this every single day, and just imagine who you want to be as your new self. And you just do this every day. You remain faithful to it. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, and you're going to reach a stage whereby you will just feel like I've shifted. You'll feel like there's a difference in you. People will also tell you that there's something different about you. You're going to start getting compliments, and you're going to be like me. You're not going to be controlled by the caffeine anymore. You're not going to be controlled by social media anymore. You're now going to be free. And to be free is a freaking awesome feeling, man. So when I wake up now, I just feel into my 2.0 version, and I bask into that feeling. And throughout the day, I just remain faithful to that. And in the evening, I do it again. But during the day, I do what I want to do, not the body. I am now the captain of this body. I am now controlling this body. What I now say goes, and it's a beautiful feeling. And I wish the same for you, because if it can happen to me, it can happen to you as well. And for more free coaching resources, you can see a link in description. And having said that, break the habit of being yourself, especially if it controls you.